Beautiful brothers and sisters, Geeia Ariati here, and I am the Oracle for the 144, or is that a name that I gave myself? Who really knows? I am of sound heart and sound mind, but can you even trust that? In this current reality, we are receiving information from all over our news, our radio, from the people that we watch on the screens of our phones, to our friends, to our family. We are receiving projected belief systems and ideas that leave us unsure of who or what to believe. So really, who am I? Am I even someone that resonates? Am I someone that you should be listening to? What is my message and why would you listen to me? What is it about what I have to share that might allow you something that you're deeply desiring to find within yourself? Now, these concepts, these ideas, these projections, or these beliefs are exactly that. We live in a world that was created by believers. Believers in an experiment, a mission, a directive, an idea, a creation, or an experiment that was created from a group of consciousness that believe this is what we're going to do and this is what we're going to create. Now, what happens when you have focused intention on a thought form? It becomes true and real. What happens when what you believed you were here to create is different to those of that which you are creating with? And their ideas and their agendas and their interpretation of consciousness is different from yours. You end up in an experience such as this reality, where multiple beings came together to create, to focus their intention in a belief that they were going to bring something to reality through focused thought of consciousness. However, each and every one of those beings had a different lens of perspective. They were not all anchored in the I am presence of God Source Creator as one being, because they were all unique individuals. And so in that very separation point, the birthing of heaven on earth being that of a separate experience, to go and see thyself and what one can create in the mirror of themselves in separation, to go to earth and create self in form. Now, why is this important to me and what I'm sharing with you today? Because we are all still a world of believers. We are all here creating a story and a narrative. Is it true? It's true for us because we have focused enough thought form and intention on it. So truth becomes real through belief. When you believe something enough, it changes the quantum field and the energetics of your experience to become that of a solid reality. Whether or not it's true in the initial point of time doesn't matter, because what you believe becomes a reality. So whether or not the 144 is even real, whether or not the bringers of change are here to bring Christ consciousness and the second coming of Christ, and we are going through a deep, great awakening, the point of that is that enough of us believe we are. Enough of us have chosen the story to come here and create a new reality. Enough of us are believing that there is a tipping point in consciousness where there will be a shift into a new expression of unity as the focus point. that enough of us are creating the narrative that steps us out of entrapment and imprisonment of the very believer that believed another thought form into a new possibility. We are creating a new paradigm. Ultimately, you could say we are creating a new matrix system, one that allows for sovereignty, one that allows for authenticity, one that allows for truth. But we are still creating frameworks, technologies, consciousness, signatures, even entities that hold a different vibrational resonance to that of what has been, to lead us in the direction of what we're desiring. The desire to be self-realized, the desire to be God, Goddess, as son and daughter of the divine creator here on earth. The story of ease and grace, attainment, spiritual realization. The story of a mass expression of consciousness shifting. This story is a story that I'm happy to believe. And at this point in time, it is actually the truth. Because many of us came into this incarnation believing we were here for this reason. The belief made it real. The belief that sits in the subconscious programming, the belief that was coded into our DNA structure, the belief that we very, very, very carefully used universal law to ensure that we would create. We are coming to the time where the belief is no longer a belief, a vision, a possibility, something that we see in the future. The belief has had so much focus point on it now that it has become a solid reality. And what you are going to see now is the shift from where the belief that we are here for this becomes the solid reality that we are here to show a new reality. To be the light bearers of consciousness, the Christos in form, the awakened gods and goddesses here to bring that magic back to this reality. This reality is here as a creation of our own believing, but it is now becoming that of a solid, tangible creation. This is where manifestation becomes actualization, where what you believe in a manifestation as a possibility and you place your focused intention and your vibrational resonance into becomes that of an anchored, solidified, landed creation. You bring it into form because it's no longer up in the ether. You have lined yourself up. You have cleared the path. You have released the distortions or the disruptions in the way to bringing that into form. This is where the 5 steps of creation come in. First, there is the activation, the belief, the thought, the vision. Then there is the process of clearing, where you clear, release, relinquish all of that which may be in the way of bringing your thought into physical form. Then you purify by bringing back all of the energies that you deemed unfit from a lens of a new vibrational perspective and frequency. Then you start to then you start to solidify or anchor. Then what happens? Creation. 5 steps to creation. We are in the final stages of anchoring, solidifying. What happens after that is pure creation. You are about to see the waking dream come into physical creation, where all around the world you will see people like me stand up in the magic of what they have attained, where they will lead you to see that you are also this if you choose. It is simply thought. Thought creates a vibrational frequency. Anything that is not in alignment with that thought, story, vision, belief, idea clears away. Then you purify your intention and the way that you communicate your thought, the paradigms in which it's expressed, to solidify it and stand in pure creation. So here I be, as a representative of the Law of One, basic teachings of creation, understanding the laws of vibrational frequency, thought, and the different realities, and to share it to you in a way that is digestible for your human mind. I came to be a guide and a teacher in the remembrance of what you are, but to not share it from a place of the woo-woo consciousness mind that cannot cognitively make sense of it. I'm here to share in a way that your human being goes, that makes sense. And so that you receive tangible practices and processes that you can implement into your human experience and transform your reality into the dream that you want to live. Enjoy the waking dream and watching it unfold as you remember that you are doing exactly the same thing. What are you dreaming? And what are you creating? Where is your focus of intention? Are you riding this wave of the bringers of change? Or are you still stuck in the unconscious story of trauma? I honor you wherever you be. I honor you in the remembering of who you are and the infinite potential of sound mind. The separate mind will keep you from exactly what you are. And if you can see that anything that your ego speaks, that anything the unconscious shadow mind speaks is a story, then you can own the story, feel the story, recognize the story, release the story, and create a new story. I love you with all of my being, and I am excited for where we are about to walk in the realms of bringing a new consciousness to this reality. Ahava.